Imagine possessing the secret to commanding spirits. What if that power wasn't about dominating supernatural entities, but about mastering the hidden forces within yourself? A recently unearthed grimoire, rumored to be penned by King Solomon himself, promises to reveal just that, not through spells to bind demons, but through keys to unlock your own potential. This isn't just about dusty old magic. It's about rewriting the very code of your reality. Why should you care? Because this lost knowledge holds the potential to shatter your limitations. If you've ever felt trapped by your own fears, desires, or self-sabotaging behaviors, this grimoire offers a radical new path to freedom. Understanding these spirits, the forces that drive your thoughts, emotions, and actions, is the first step towards true self-mastery. But the implications extend far beyond personal growth. What if these internal energies are also the key to influencing the world around you, to bending reality itself to your will? This grimoire, unlike others attributed to Solomon, speaks of spirits not as external beings to be controlled, but as personifications of psychological aspects and natural forces. Imagine each spirit as a unique profile, revealing a hidden facet of your psyche or a fundamental law of the universe. We'll delve into these spirit profiles, analyzing their traditional descriptions and reinterpreting them through the lens of modern psychology. For example, the spirit of envy might be seen as a manifestation of your own unmet desires, or the spirit of discord can be linked to an inner conflict between your values and actions. And with each profile, we'll give you practical exercises, from shadow work prompts to focused meditations, designed to integrate these energies and unlock their transformative power. To truly understand this grimoire, we need to step back in time and explore the origins of Solomonic magic. King Solomon, revered for his wisdom and power, became a central figure in esoteric traditions. Rooted in ancient Kabbalistic and Hermetic philosophies, Solomonic magic sought to harness the hidden forces of the universe through ritual, symbolism, and the invocation of spirits. Within the cultural and religious environment of the time, the control of spirits was seen as the ultimate expression of power. But what if the true power lies not in commanding external forces, but in understanding and harmonizing with them? Understanding these inner spirits can unlock hidden forces, allowing one to shape reality. This ancient wisdom provides a more complete and empowering perspective than conventional understandings of reality. The key themes here are empowerment, responsibility, and integrating ancient wisdom with modern understanding. True power comes from understanding and harmonizing with these forces, not trying to dominate them. As we peel back the layers of symbolism and decode the grimoire's secrets, we will ask you to consider, what does it truly mean to be in control? Solomonic magic, at its heart, involved elaborate rituals designed to evoke and bind spirits. Texts like the Lesser Key of Solomon detail complex procedures involving circle casting, sigil construction, and the recitation of specific incantations. These rituals were not mere superstitious practices. They were carefully constructed symbolic dramas intended to manipulate the practitioner's internal state and align their will with the desired outcome. But what if the spirits being evoked were not external entities, but projections of the magician's own psyche? The core concept we're exploring here is that spirits are not literal entities, but personifications of psychological aspects, archetypes, or natural forces. Each spirit represents a specific energy or quality that can be understood and integrated within oneself. Think of it this way. Just as Jungian psychology uses archetypes to understand the human psyche, Solomonic magic uses spirits as symbolic representations of these same archetypes. The demon of fear, for instance, might be seen as a representation of your own anxieties and insecurities, while the angel of love could embody your capacity for compassion and connection. Throughout this video, we will explore the psychological interpretations of these spirits and provide practical exercises for working with their energies. This will include detailed spirit profiles, each connected to specific psychological traits, universal principles, and historical parallels in other esoteric traditions. For example, we might link a spirit to a specific hermetic principle like, as above, so below, demonstrating how its energy manifests both in the external world and within your own consciousness. Or we might draw parallels between a Solomonic spirit and a similar figure in Kabbalistic or Eastern traditions, highlighting the universality of these archetypal energies. But this grimoire is not without its enigmas. What if the power to control these spirits comes at a great price? Could it be that the knowledge within this grimoire has been deliberately suppressed, hidden from those deemed unworthy or unprepared? Are there ethical boundaries we must consider when working with these energies? And what recurring themes and symbols within the grimoire hold the key to unlocking even deeper levels of understanding? We will reveal practical techniques for working with these energies and transforming one's life. But is what you see all there is? And are you ready to find out the truth? Delving into the nature of spirits, we begin to understand that these entities are not external adversaries or servants, but rather profound reflections of our inner landscape. To truly master the teachings of Solomon's grimoire, you must see these spirits not as independent beings, but as personifications of the psychological forces that shape your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Understanding these spirits is therefore synonymous with understanding yourself, a journey into the depths of your own psyche where hidden strengths and lurking shadows reside. Consider this. The anxieties that plague you, the desires that drive you, the fears that paralyze you, these are not random occurrences, but manifestations of specific internal energies that can be identified, understood, and ultimately integrated. This is where the true power of the grimoire lies, in its ability to act as a mirror, reflecting back to you the hidden aspects of your own being. It is a map to navigate the uncharted territories of your mind. The traditional practice of evocation, often misunderstood as the summoning of external entities, takes on a new meaning when viewed through this psychological lens. Instead of picturing yourself commanding demons, imagine the ritual space as a symbolic representation of your inner world. Evocation then becomes a conscious act of accessing and engaging with these internal forces. The circle, meticulously drawn and consecrated, is not a barrier against external threats, but a boundary of the self, a container within which you can safely explore the offenturbulent energies of your psyche. Think of it as a therapeutic setting where you can confront your inner demons, not to banish them, but to understand their origins and integrate them into your being. By consciously stepping into this inner landscape, you gain the power to observe, interact with, and ultimately transform the forces that govern your life. The incantations, symbols, and rituals serve as a focused language directed toward the subconscious to facilitate internal change. Let us consider, for example, the spirit of Amjujas, often depicted as a powerful Duke of Hell who commands storms and can cause trees to bend to his will. In traditional grimoires, Amjujas is a fearsome entity to be controlled and utilized for one's own purposes. However, a modern psychological interpretation reveals Amjujas as a representation of repressed anger or unacknowledged assertiveness. The storms he commands symbolize the turbulent emotions that erupt when anger is suppressed, and his power over trees reflects the potential to influence and shape one's environment when assertiveness is channeled constructively. Instead of fearing Amjujas, recognize him as a reflection of your own capacity for righteous anger, a force that, when understood and directed, can be a powerful catalyst for change. Suppressing your anger is like damming a river. Eventually, the pressure builds and the dam bursts, causing uncontrolled destruction. Acknowledging and channeling your anger, on the other hand, is like harnessing the river's flow to generate energy. Now, let's connect Amjujas to one of the Hermetic principles, the law of rhythm. This principle states that everything flows out and in, everything has its tides, all things rise and fall, the pendulum swing manifests in everything. The spirit of Amjujas, as a representation of anger and assertiveness, embodies this principle perfectly. Just as a storm builds and then dissipates, anger rises and falls in intensity. Recognizing this rhythm allows you to anticipate and manage your emotional responses, preventing destructive outbursts and harnessing the energy of anger for constructive action. When you suppress your anger, you disrupt the natural rhythm of your emotions, creating imbalance and inner turmoil. By acknowledging and expressing your anger in a healthy way, you allow the emotional pendulum to swing freely, restoring harmony and balance to your inner world. Failing to recognize and work with this pattern can lead to catastrophic results in your life, as anger festers and becomes a destructive inner force. To begin working with this energy within yourself, consider this practical exercise, a mindfulness and shadow work practice designed to bring awareness to the psychological aspect represented by amjujas. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Visualize a figure representing your own inner wrath. This could be a person, an animal, or any symbolic representation that resonates with you. Observe this figure without judgment. What does it look like? What emotions does it express? What messages does it have for you? Allow yourself to feel the anger, frustration, or resentment that this figure embodies. Do not try to suppress or change these feelings. Simply observe them as they arise. Now ask the figure what it needs. What is the unmet need that fuels its anger? Listen carefully to its response. It might be a need for justice, for recognition, for protection, or for something else entirely. Acknowledge this need and commit to finding healthy ways to meet it. This process, known as shadow work, allows you to integrate the disowned aspects of your psyche, transforming destructive energies into valuable sources of strength and wisdom. This process of engaging with inner figures has parallels in numerous esoteric traditions. In Kabbalah, for instance, the tree of life represents different aspects of the divine, each with its own unique qualities and energies. Working with these sephirot involves understanding and balancing these energies within oneself, similar to the process of integrating the spirits in Solomonic magic. Similarly, in Eastern philosophies, chakra work involves balancing the energy centers of the body to promote physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Each chakra is associated with specific emotions and qualities, and imbalances in these centers can manifest as physical or psychological problems. Whether it's shadow work, sephirot balancing, or chakra alignment, the underlying principle remains the same. Understanding and integrating the different aspects of yourself leads to greater wholeness and well-being. The actions you take during this exercise will inevitably generate specific internal effects related to the energy of amjujas. As you visualize and interact with your inner wrathful figure, you may experience a range of emotions, from anger and fear to sadness and compassion. These emotions are not signs of failure. They are indications that you are engaging with the process on a deep level. As you acknowledge and validate the needs of your inner wrathful figure, you may begin to notice a shift in your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. You may find yourself feeling more assertive, more confident, and more able to stand up for yourself. This is the law of cause and effect in action. Your conscious efforts to understand and integrate the energy of amjujas will generate tangible changes in your internal state and your external life. Remember, working with these energies is not about suppressing or eliminating them. It's about transforming them into valuable resources for personal growth. It's time to face a critical point. We must address the misconception that Solomonic magic is about dominating or controlling external entities, because the true essence of this ancient practice is not about exerting power over others or the world around you, but about achieving self-mastery. The control referred to in these grimoires is not about binding demons to your will, but about understanding and harmonizing with the forces within yourself and the universe. Think of it like a surfer controlling their board. The surfer isn't dominating the ocean, but rather using their skill and knowledge to ride the waves in harmony with the ocean's energy. Similarly, the practitioner of Solomonic magic seeks to understand and work with the energies of the spirits, not to enslave them, but to integrate them into their own being and achieve a state of inner balance. Imagine the Grimoire not as a spellbook for world domination, but as a psychological map, a guide to navigate the labyrinthine corridors of your subconscious mind. Each spirit represents a different aspect of the self, a different room in the palace of your psyche. Some rooms may be filled with light and joy, while others may be dark and filled with shadows. The goal is not to avoid the dark rooms, but to explore them, to understand their contents, and to integrate them into the overall structure of the palace. The Grimoire provides the keys to unlock these rooms, the tools to understand their contents, and the rituals to integrate them into your being. This is not about suppressing or eliminating any part of yourself. It's about accepting and integrating all aspects of your being, the light and the shadow, the good and the bad, the strong and the weak. The Grimoire then becomes a guide to uncover the treasures hidden within your subconscious, to unlock your full potential, and to achieve a state of wholeness and integration. As you delve deeper into this knowledge, it's vital to consider the ethical implications of working with these energies. True power comes with responsibility, and the responsible use of this knowledge is paramount. The allure of magic can be intoxicating, leading to ego inflation and the desire to manipulate others for personal gain. However, using this knowledge for selfish or harmful purposes will ultimately backfire, creating negative consequences for yourself and those around you. The Grimoire is a tool for self-transformation, not for manipulating others. Therefore, it is crucial to approach this work with humility, respect, and a genuine desire to serve the greater good. Consider now the spirit of Asmodeus, often associated with lust, destruction, and earthly pleasures. Asmodeus seems to be in direct conflict with the spirit of compassion. While compassion encourages empathy, kindness, and selfless service, Asmodeus embodies selfish desires and unrestrained indulgence. How can these seemingly opposing forces coexist within the same individual? The answer lies in understanding the potential conflicts and tensions that arise when these energies are not properly understood or integrated. A person dominated by Asmodeus might become reckless, neglecting the needs of others in pursuit of their own gratification. On the other hand, someone who suppresses their desires entirely might become resentful, bitter, and unable to experience joy. The key is to find a balance between these opposing forces, to harness the energy of Asmodeus for creativity and passion while maintaining a sense of empathy and compassion. Thus far, we have been examining individual spirits and their corresponding psychological attributes, like characters in a play, each with their own motivations and desires. However, to truly understand the dynamics at play within Solomon's Grimoire, it's essential to recognize that these spirits do not exist in isolation. They are interconnected, interdependent, and constantly influencing one another, much like the organs in a body or the elements in an ecosystem. The Grimoire, therefore, functions as an internal map, illustrating how these various psychological aspects and energies interact within the individual, constantly shaping our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Consider a rainforest, where the health of the trees depends on the presence of fungi in the soil, the rainfall patterns, and the animals that pollinate the flowers. Each element plays a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of the whole. Similarly, the spirits within us work in concert, sometimes harmoniously, sometimes conflictually, to create the complex tapestry of our inner lives. Let's introduce a third spirit to further illustrate this point: the spirit of justice, often depicted as a stern figure wielding a sword and scales. While compassion seeks to alleviate suffering and Asmodeus embodies desire, justice represents fairness, balance, and the upholding of moral principles. In traditional depictions, this spirit might be invoked to render judgment or to punish wrongdoers. However, from a psychological perspective, the spirit of justice represents our internal sense of right and wrong, our ability to discern truth from falsehood, and our commitment to fairness and equity. The spirit of justice acts as a mediator between the boundless compassion and unrestrained desire. Compassion without justice can become enabling, failing to establish necessary boundaries, while desire without justice becomes destructive and self-serving. Justice ensures that compassion is directed appropriately and that desires are pursued ethically, creating a harmonious balance between these seemingly opposing forces. These three spirits, compassion, desire, and justice, can be seen as different facets of the principle of correspondence, which states that, as above, so below, as below, so above. This principle suggests that there is a correspondence between the microcosm, the individual, and the macrocosm, the universe. The spirit of compassion reflects the universal principle of love and connection. Asmodeus mirrors the universal drive for growth and creation, and justice embodies the universal law of cause and effect, ensuring that actions have consequences. The interplay between these spirits within us reflects the interplay of these forces in the universe at large. For example, acts of compassion can ripple outwards, creating positive change in the world, while selfish actions can lead to suffering and discord. Justice ensures that these actions, whether positive or negative, have corresponding consequences, maintaining the overall balance of the cosmos. By understanding how these spirits operate within ourselves, we gain insight into how these universal principles operate in the world around us. To bring these seemingly disparate forces into balance, consider this practical exercise. Imagine an internal courtroom. Close your eyes and visualize a courtroom within your mind. In this courtroom, compassion, Asmodeus, and justice each have a seat. Imagine a situation in your life where you are struggling to make a decision or resolve a conflict. Now, allow each spirit to present its case. Compassion might argue for leniency and forgiveness, Asmodeus might advocate for pursuing your desires, and justice might insist on upholding principles of fairness and equity. Listen carefully to each spirit's perspective without judgment or bias. Once each spirit has had its say, step back and observe the situation from a neutral perspective. What is the fairest and most balanced course of action? How can you honor your desires while still upholding principles of compassion and justice? This exercise allows you to integrate these seemingly conflicting energies into a cohesive whole, fostering inner harmony and wisdom. The narrative surrounding Solomon often focuses on his supposed ability to control spirits, but this is a profound misunderstanding of his true wisdom. Solomon's power did not stem from dominating these forces, but from understanding them. It was his ability to perceive how these spirits manifested in both the inner world of the psyche and the outer world of events that granted him influence. His control was not coercive, but rather a deep understanding of cause and effect, a recognition of the interconnectedness of all things, and an ability to align himself with the natural flow of the universe. Think of Solomon less as a tyrannical king and more as a master strategist, capable of anticipating his opponent's moves not through force, but through superior knowledge of the game. Thus, the Grimoire is more than a collection of spells. It is a key to unlocking universal principles. By understanding the nature of these spirits, you gain insight into the fundamental laws that govern reality. You begin to see how your thoughts, emotions, and actions create ripples in the fabric of existence, influencing events and shaping your destiny. The Grimoire offers a framework for understanding manifestation, not as a process of magically conjuring desires into existence, but as a process of aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe, understanding how energy works, and consciously directing your will to create desired outcomes. This is the true power of Solomonic magic. Not the ability to command spirits, but the ability to understand and harness the forces that shape reality. We can deepen this understanding further by comparing Solomon to Hermes Trismegistus, the legendary figure associated with Hermeticism, another ancient esoteric tradition. Like Solomon, Hermes was revered for his wisdom and knowledge of the hidden laws of the universe. Both figures were said to have possessed the ability to communicate with spirits and to understand the workings of nature. Both traditions, Solomonic magic and Hermeticism, share common themes, such as the importance of self-knowledge, the interconnectedness of all things, and the power of the mind to shape reality. Both Solomon and Hermes represent archetypes of the wise and initiated sage. However, venturing into these realms is not without its perils. Working with spirit energies, especially without proper understanding and guidance, can present several pitfalls. The allure of power can be seductive, leading to ego inflation and the desire to control others. Misinterpreting the Grimoire's teachings can lead to dangerous literal interpretations of symbolic rituals. Projecting your own desires and fears onto the spirits can lead to distorted perceptions and misguided actions. Imagine attempting to navigate a complex maze. Without a map, you are likely to get lost, disoriented, and potentially injured. Similarly, working with spirit energies without a clear understanding of their nature and purpose can lead to confusion, imbalance, and even harm. Therefore, discernment and careful interpretation are essential. The symbols and rituals within the grimoire should be understood as metaphors for inner processes, not as guarantees of external power. It is critical to approach this knowledge with a healthy dose of skepticism, constantly questioning your own motivations and assumptions. The grimoire is not a shortcut to instant enlightenment or worldly success. It is a tool for self-discovery and personal transformation, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. The responsibility lies with the practitioner to use this knowledge wisely and ethically, for the ethical implications of misusing this knowledge are significant. Attempting to manipulate or control others through magical means can have severe consequences, both for the manipulator and the manipulated. Every action creates a corresponding reaction, and using your understanding of these forces to harm others will ultimately backfire, creating negative karma or energetic imbalances. The true power of the grimoire lies not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself, in mastering your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. That, ultimately, is the only ethical magic. Maintain always a balanced perspective, avoiding arrogance and ego inflation. Humility and reverence are essential qualities for the true seeker. The spirits within the grimoire are not subservient entities to be commanded, but powerful forces to be understood and respected. Approaching them with arrogance or a sense of entitlement will only lead to disappointment and potentially negative consequences. True mastery comes not from dominating these forces, but from integrating them into your being and using them to serve a purpose greater than yourself, an application of the grimoire's wisdom in a way that is selfless and beneficial to all. In summary, we've explored how these spirits represent psychological forces within us, mirror universal principles, and are interconnected aspects of reality. We've touched on compassion, lust, desire, and justice, viewing these as energies in constant interplay. This internal drama gives hints about the practical applications of this knowledge in your everyday life, informing you in ways that can improve your relationships, help you achieve your goals, and better understand the world around you. Recognizing the patterns of energy flow within yourself can provide insights into collective emotional states. We've only scratched the surface, and in future discussions, we will delve into advanced techniques for working with spirit energies, exploring the connections between Solomonic magic and other esoteric traditions, and delving into the ethical considerations of using this knowledge responsibly. We will even discuss working with archangels and planetary intelligences. The alchemical wisdom found within the grimoire is ultimately universal, and it is this truth that unlocks the grimoire's full potential. Now, let us elevate our perspective, because the grimoire is not merely a guide to the self, it is a reflection of the entire cosmos. The spirits represent not just psychological forces, but also cosmic energies and universal principles at play in the world around us. Consider the structure of the grimoire. It is carefully organized. This echoes sacred geometries found across cultures, mirroring Hermetic cosmology and even the Kabbalistic tree of life. These structures reflect the interconnectedness of all things, the relationships between mind, body, and cosmos. The grimoire is therefore a microcosm, a smaller representation of a much larger whole. Let's expand our understanding by linking these spirits to specific planetary influences. Consider the spirit of communication, for example. Traditionally, this spirit is associated with eloquence, persuasion, and the transmission of information, but its influence extends far beyond mere conversation. This spirit resonates deeply with the energy of Mercury, the swift-footed messenger of the gods, the planet that governs intellect, communication, and commerce. Just as Mercury facilitates the flow of information between different realms, this spirit helps us to bridge the gap between our conscious and subconscious minds, allowing us to access hidden knowledge and express ourselves with clarity and precision. Conversely, the spirit of love finds its celestial counterpart in Venus, the radiant goddess of beauty, harmony, and affection. This spirit embodies the qualities of attraction, connection, and emotional fulfillment. Its influence extends to all areas of life where beauty and pleasure are sought after. Let's now revisit the law of correspondence, the Hermetic principle that as above, so below, as below, so above. Understanding the spirits and their planetary associations allows you to understand the connections between the microcosm, the self, and the macrocosm, the universe. Working with these spirits becomes a way to align yourself with cosmic rhythms and forces. Think of initiatory rituals as attempts to resonate with planetary energies, harmonizing your personal vibration with the celestial music of the spheres. By attuning yourself to these cosmic frequencies, you can tap into a deeper source of power and wisdom and manifest your desires with greater ease and precision. To explore this connection further, consider this exercise. An astrological meditation. Choose a spirit and identify its corresponding planet. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Visualize the color associated with that planet, for example, the fiery red of Mars or the tranquil blue of Neptune. Imagine yourself bathed in this color, feeling its energy permeating every cell of your body. Now focus on the qualities associated with that planet and spirit. If you are working with Mars, visualize yourself embodying courage, assertiveness, and passion. If you are working with Neptune, visualize yourself experiencing heightened intuition, compassion, and spiritual awareness. Allow these qualities to integrate within yourself, feeling them become a part of your being. This meditation will allow you to connect with the planetary energies associated with the spirit and to integrate its qualities within yourself. However, it's crucial to remember that Solomon's wisdom came with a shadow side. We must acknowledge the potential for abuse and manipulation inherent in such power. The legends tell stories of temptations and challenges Solomon himself may have faced. Power, like a double-edged sword, can corrupt even the wisest of rulers. The allure of control, the seduction of influence, can lead even the most well-intentioned individuals astray. Remember, the path to mastery is fraught with peril, and the higher you climb, the further you have to fall. Therefore, moral grounding and ethical considerations are paramount. Seek power for selfish gain or attempt to control others, and you will find yourself ensnared in a web of your own making. True mastery comes from a place of humility and service, from a genuine desire to contribute to the well-being of all. Think of karma, or the repercussions of unethical actions, as an energetic boomerang. What you send out will inevitably return to you, amplified and intensified. A genuine spiritual path requires continuous self-reflection, a willingness to confront your own shadow, and an unwavering commitment to ethical action. Let us introduce a darker spirit profile, the spirit of deception, illusion, or manipulation. Traditionally, this spirit is associated with trickery, deceit, and the distortion of reality, a master of disguise, capable of weaving elaborate illusions to mislead and confuse. From a psychological perspective, this spirit represents self-deception, cognitive biases, and the tendency to distort reality to fit one's desires. It manifests as confirmation bias, the tendency to seek out information that confirms your existing beliefs, while ignoring evidence to the contrary, denial, the refusal to acknowledge uncomfortable truths, and rationalization, the creation of false justifications for your actions. We all fall prey to these tendencies at times, but allowing them to dominate our thinking can lead to disastrous consequences. Let's consider a practical exercise designed to help you identify and transmute self-deception. Start by journaling. Ask yourself the hard questions, those you've been avoiding. What hidden motivations might be driving my actions and beliefs? Am I being honest with myself about my strengths and weaknesses? Where am I most likely to fall prey to wishful thinking or denial? Be brutally honest with yourself. No one else needs to see this. Next, practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Notice when you are making assumptions, jumping to conclusions, or distorting reality to fit your narrative. When you catch yourself in these patterns, gently redirect your attention back to the present moment, focusing on your breath. Finally, seek feedback from trusted friends or mentors. Ask them to point out any blind spots or biases they might see in your thinking. Be open to their criticism, even if it is uncomfortable to hear. This exercise is designed to unearth the hidden patterns of self-deception that may be holding you back from achieving your full potential. Now, let's consider the Grimoire as a model for internal governance. The collection of spirits can be seen as representing the diverse aspects and energies that make up the human psyche. True self-mastery involves creating a harmonious council of these internal forces, like a round table of internal advisors, each with their own unique perspective and expertise. When these forces are in conflict, you experience inner turmoil and struggle. But when they are aligned and working together, you achieve a state of inner peace, clarity, and power. Therefore, let us introduce a spirit of harmony, balance, or integration. Traditionally, this spirit is associated with reconciliation, peace, and the resolution of conflict, a bringer of unity, capable of weaving together disparate elements into a cohesive whole. From a psychological perspective, this spirit represents the higher self, or intuitive wisdom, the part of you that knows what is best and can guide you towards wholeness and integration. It helps you to reconcile conflicting energies, to see the bigger picture, and to make decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. This spirit can be a bridge, mending rifts and fostering understanding between the various parts of yourself. Consider the law of attraction and manifestation. Understanding and integrating these internal energies can influence the external world. Align yourself with your desired outcome, and you can attract corresponding experiences and opportunities. Think of visualization exercises as a way to align your internal energies with your desired external results, sending out a clear and coherent signal to the universe. Let's engage in creating an internal council. Close your eyes and visualize each spirit from the Grimoire. Acknowledge its qualities and contributions, inviting it to participate in your decision-making processes. Assign specific roles to each spirit. One might be responsible for creativity, another for practicality, another for emotional support. Hold an internal meeting. Present a challenge or opportunity that you are facing and allow each spirit to offer its perspective and advice. Listen carefully, without judgment, and seek to find a solution that honors the needs of all. This exercise is designed to foster inner harmony, enhance your decision-making abilities, and empower you to manifest your desires with greater intention and effectiveness. Finally, Solomon's true wisdom lay not in controlling external forces, but in understanding and harmonizing with the internal and external energies that shape reality. He recognized the interconnectedness of all things and aligned himself with the natural flow of the universe. His legacy is one of wisdom, discernment, and responsible application of power. His ability to resolve disputes a reflection of his internal harmony. Solomonic magic remains relevant today, because it offers a framework for understanding the human psyche, navigating the complexities of life, and achieving personal and spiritual growth. Its principles can be applied to modern challenges. The Grimoire's framework can address modern societal problems or personal challenges, offering insights into human behavior, group dynamics, and the underlying forces that shape our world. Continue exploring the teachings of the Grimoire. Engage in the practical exercises. Remember, the path to self-mastery is a lifelong journey of exploration and discovery. The resources are there for further study and practice. There is no end. As final thoughts on empowerment and responsibility, remember that you have the power to shape your own lives and contribute to a better world. Use this power wisely and ethically, and always seek to serve the greater good. Use your newfound knowledge to create positive change in the world, be it through acts of kindness, advocacy for justice, or simply by living an authentic and meaningful life. Now, what does the future hold for you? Now, how does this internal landscape translate to tangible results? The Grimoire is not just a map of the psyche, it is a key to unlocking your potential in the world. Consider the spirits as allies, each possessing unique skills and abilities that can be harnessed to improve your life. Understanding and harmonizing with these energies can lead to improved relationships, career success, and overall well-being. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract opportunities while others struggle? The answer lies, in part, in their ability to align themselves with the energies of prosperity and abundance. Let's take a specific example. Imagine you are preparing for a crucial presentation. Working with the spirit of communication could enhance your public speaking skills, enabling you to articulate your ideas with clarity, confidence, and persuasiveness. You can invoke this spirit before the presentation, visualizing yourself speaking with eloquence and passion, commanding the attention of your audience, and delivering your message with impact. This is not about manipulating others, it is about amplifying your own abilities and expressing yourself authentically and powerfully. Or perhaps you are facing a difficult negotiation. By understanding the energies of the spirit of diplomacy, you can approach the situation with greater empathy, patience, and strategic thinking, increasing your chances of reaching a mutually beneficial agreement. Consider the scenario of launching a new business. Fear and doubt can be paralyzing. Working with the spirit of courage, you can overcome these limiting emotions and embrace the challenges ahead. Visualize yourself taking bold action, facing obstacles with resilience, and persevering in the face of adversity. Or, let's say you fear public speaking. The same spirit can embolden you to step onto the stage, project your voice, and captivate your audience. This is not about recklessness, but rather about calculated risk-taking, fueled by a deep sense of self-belief. Let us now turn to a spirit specifically associated with prosperity, abundance, or success. Traditionally, such a spirit is depicted as a generous benefactor, showering blessings upon those deemed worthy. But from a modern psychological perspective, this spirit represents your own potential for financial growth and your ability to attract opportunities for success. It is about dismantling limiting beliefs about money, such as the idea that wealth is inherently evil or that you are not deserving of abundance. It is about cultivating a mindset of gratitude, generosity, and abundance, recognizing that there is enough for everyone. Realize that prosperity is not solely about monetary wealth. It encompasses holistic well-being, fulfilling relationships, vibrant health, creative expression, and spiritual growth. True abundance is about living a rich and meaningful life in all areas. This brings us to the law of attraction and manifestation. Aligning yourself with your desired outcome can influence external events. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act as magnets, attracting corresponding experiences into your life. If you harbor negative thoughts about money, you will likely attract financial scarcity. But if you cultivate a positive and abundant mindset, you will open yourself up to opportunities for financial growth. Practice structured gratitude to align yourself with the energy of the prosperity spirit. Each day, take time to appreciate what you already have, focusing on the blessings in your life, both big and small. This simple practice can shift your perspective, cultivate a sense of abundance, and open you up to even greater opportunities. Write down 3 things you are grateful for each morning, focusing on the details and savoring the positive emotions. Then, throughout the day, look for opportunities to express your gratitude to others, strengthening your connection to the energy of abundance. However, with great power comes great responsibility. There exists a dark side to manifestation, potential pitfalls in using the Grimoire's principles for personal gain without considering the ethical implications. The pursuit of wealth and success can lead to greed, selfishness, and the exploitation of others. Using influence to manipulate situations to gain an advantage at the expense of others can create negative karma and ultimately undermine your own well-being. Intend for the greater good and act with compassion and integrity. Consider an ethical dilemma. You have the opportunity to use your influence to secure a lucrative contract for your company, but doing so would require you to mislead a competitor. Would you proceed, knowing that your actions could harm another business and potentially result in job losses? Or would you choose the path of integrity, even if it meant sacrificing a financial gain? The morality of using influence for personal gain is a complex issue with no easy answers. It requires careful consideration of the potential consequences and a willingness to prioritize ethical principles over personal ambition. Let us now call upon the spirit associated with discernment, judgment, or ethical decision-making. Traditionally, this spirit is depicted as a wise counselor, guiding individuals towards righteous choices. Psychologically, this spirit represents your own inner compass, your ability to distinguish between right and wrong, and to make choices that are aligned with your values. It helps you to navigate complex ethical dilemmas, to resist temptation, and to act with integrity, even when it is difficult. This spirit is not about rigid adherence to rules, but rather about cultivating a deep sense of empathy, fairness, and responsibility. For a practical exercise, let's develop an ethical decision-making framework. Before making any important decision, pause and ask yourself the following questions. What are the potential consequences of my actions on myself, others, and the environment? Am I being honest and transparent in my dealings? Am I respecting the rights and dignity of all involved? Would I be comfortable with my actions being made public? If you can answer yes to all of these questions, you can proceed with confidence. If not, it may be necessary to reconsider your approach. Envision a moral compass, a meditation where the spirit of discernment guides your decision-making process, ensuring your actions are aligned with your highest values. This spirit will help you set ethical boundaries and navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and grace. Now, let us progress to more advanced techniques, moving beyond evocation to an exploration of invocation. Evocation involves summoning a spirit externally, communicating with it from a distance. Invocation, on the other hand, involves inviting the spirit's energy into yourself, merging with its essence and embodying its qualities. It is a more direct and transformative approach, allowing you to tap into the full potential of the spirit's power. Think of evocation as making a phone call, while invocation is becoming the phone. Ritual becomes even more potent at this level. It is a tool for creating a sacred space, focusing intention, and connecting with spirit energies. The symbolism and structure of traditional Solomonic rituals can be adapted for modern practice. The importance of ritual space, tools, and timing cannot be overstated. Cleansing the space, lighting candles, reciting incantations, and using specific tools are all ways to create a conducive environment for spiritual work. These actions are not mere formalities, they are symbolic acts that focus your intention, raise your energy, and connect you with the spirit realm. Consider adjusting rituals to fit your environment and belief system, while maintaining the core principles of intention, focus, and respect. Energy work and visualization now take on a new importance in enhancing your connection with the spirits. Directing energy, visualizing desired outcomes, and amplifying the power of your intentions become even more crucial. Specific techniques for circulating and directing energy in the body, such as breathwork, meditation, and movement, can increase your personal power and amplify the effects of your rituals. Visualize the spirit's energy flowing through you, strengthening your connection and empowering your intentions. For this, it is helpful to call on the spirit associated with transformation, change, or alchemy. Traditionally, this spirit is depicted as a catalyst for change, capable of transmuting base metals into gold. Psychologically, this spirit represents your own potential for personal growth and spiritual evolution, your ability to break free from limiting patterns, embrace new possibilities, and transform yourself into the best version of yourself. This spirit is not about sudden, radical change, but rather about a gradual, sustained process of self-improvement, a continuous refinement of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Think of this spirit as a catalyst for breaking old patterns and creating new ones, helping you to overcome resistance to change and embrace the unknown. The Grimoire is written in code. Its symbolic language and coded messages can unlock deeper levels of understanding. The spirits themselves are symbols, representing different aspects of the human psyche and the universe. Learning to decipher these symbols and interpret their hidden meanings is the key to unlocking the true power of the Grimoire. The Grimoire doesn't give everything away. It encourages the reader to seek further and deeper understanding of the coded symbolism. There is historical context for symbolic languages as safeguards for hidden knowledge, keeping it safe from the uninitiated. Consider the power of sigils as visual representations of spirit energies. Sigils are not merely decorative symbols, they are potent keys that can unlock the doors to the spirit realm. Understanding how sigils are created and how they can be used to focus intention, connect with specific spirits, and manifest desired outcomes is a powerful tool for any practitioner. Discuss the process of creating and activating sigils, emphasizing the importance of intention, focus, and personal connection. A sigil is a visual mantra, a key to unlock the energy of a particular spirit. Geometric symbolism is also incredibly important. The Grimoire contains geometric symbolism and connections to universal principles and sacred geometry. These shapes are not arbitrary, they reflect the underlying structure of reality. Sacred geometry's connection to the elements and universal forces is well documented. Understanding these geometric principles can help you to understand the interconnectedness of all things and to tap into the deeper patterns of the universe. Let's engage in a sigil meditation to connect with a spirit. Choose a specific sigil and sit in a quiet space. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Visualize the sigil in your mind's eye, tracing its lines with your imagination. Connect with its energy, allowing its qualities to permeate your being. Merge with the spirit of the sigil, feeling its presence within you. This guided visualization will allow you to access the spirit's power and integrate its qualities within yourself. The Grimoire is not an isolated text. Solomonic magic and other esoteric traditions, such as Kabbalah, Hermeticism, alchemy, and Gnosticism, are connected. Understanding these traditions can deepen your understanding of Solomonic magic and unlock new levels of insight. Different esoteric systems can be seen as different dialects of the same universal language. A richer understanding is created when varied traditions of symbolism are understood by the viewer and a path to deeper understanding created. Linking the spirit hierarchies to Kabbalistic spheres or archangels allows the viewer to understand that varied traditions describe the same thing. Now let's introduce a spirit associated with knowledge, wisdom, or understanding. This spirit can facilitate intuitive understanding across systems. Focus on how this spirit can help to bridge different esoteric traditions and unlock deeper levels of understanding. Traditionally, this spirit is depicted as a wise sage, offering guidance and insight to those who seek it. Psychologically, this spirit represents your own inner wisdom, your ability to connect the dots, to see the bigger picture, and to understand the underlying principles that govern the universe. Finally, all esoteric traditions point toward the interconnectedness of all things and the fundamental unity of existence. The law of one governs all. Realize that the apparent diversity of the universe is ultimately an illusion. Beneath the surface, everything is connected, everything is part of the same divine source. All the laws of the Grimoire point to the same conclusion: we are all one. So where does this leave us? Where does this leave us? Poised on the brink of understanding how to harmonize with the celestial rhythms that govern the ebb and flow of energy. The universe operates on cycles, from the rising and setting of the sun to the waxing and waning of the moon, to the precession of the planets through the zodiac. These cycles are not merely abstract concepts. They are powerful forces that can influence our lives and our magical practices. The ancients understood this, meticulously tracking the movements of the celestial bodies and aligning their rituals with the most auspicious times. Consider the concept of planetary days and hours in traditional astrology. Each day of the week is associated with a specific planet, and each hour of the day is further subdivided and assigned planetary rulership. These assignments are not arbitrary. They reflect the energetic qualities of each planet and their influence on the corresponding times. Specific days and hours are more conducive to certain types of workings. For instance, workings related to love, beauty, and harmony are best performed during the hours of Venus, while those related to courage, strength, and assertiveness are best performed during the hours of Mars. These aren't just arbitrary designations, rather, they're keys that unlock the deeper energies of specific times. The concept reveals a profound connection between time and energy, with each planetary hour resonating with specific spirit energies, creating optimal times for ritual work and manifestation. Think of it as tuning a radio to the correct frequency. When you align yourself with the appropriate celestial timing, you amplify the power of your intentions and increase the likelihood of success. This is the law of rhythm in action, the recognition that energy moves in cycles, and that by understanding these cycles, you can harness their power. Imagine trying to plant seeds in the dead of winter. The conditions are simply not conducive to growth. But if you plant them in the spring, when the earth is warming and the sun is shining, they will flourish. Similarly, aligning your magical practices with the appropriate planetary days and hours can create a fertile ground for manifestation. Consider a spirit traditionally associated with love, relationships, or partnerships. Invoking this spirit during the hour of Venus, the planet of love and beauty, can significantly amplify the ritual's impact. This synergy creates a powerful vortex of energy, drawing favorable circumstances and opportunities into your life. Visualizing the spirit bathed in the rosy light of Venus, feeling its gentle and harmonious energy permeating your being, can strengthen your connection and deepen your understanding of its qualities. Or perhaps you seek to enhance your creativity and self-expression. Working with a spirit associated with artistry, communication, or inspiration during the hour of Mercury, the planet of intellect and eloquence, can unlock new levels of insight and skill. This alignment allows you to tap into the flow of creative energy, channeling it into your chosen medium. Let's practice timing intentions with the celestial clock. First, you'll need to calculate planetary hours. Several free online planetary hour calculators are available. Input your location and the date, and the calculator will provide a chart showing the planetary ruler of each hour of the day. Once you have this information, align your intentions with the appropriate celestial timing. For example, if you wish to enhance your communication skills, perform a ritual or meditation during the hour of Mercury, visualizing yourself speaking with clarity, confidence, and persuasiveness. Or, if you seek to attract more abundance into your life, perform a prosperity ritual during the hour of Jupiter, visualizing yourself surrounded by wealth, success, and opportunities. Remember, intention is key. Focus your mind, feel the energy of your desired outcome, and trust that the universe will conspire to bring it to fruition. Having looked at that, we need to consider the dual nature of power, delving into the realms of ambition, responsibility, and ethical boundaries. Ambition is a powerful force that can drive individuals to achieve great things, but it can also lead to destructive behaviors if not tempered with wisdom and compassion. The pursuit of success can become all-consuming, blinding individuals to the ethical implications of their actions. Think of the ambitious executive who climbs the corporate ladder by any means necessary, sacrificing their integrity and trampling on others along the way. Or the ruthless politician who seeks power at all costs, manipulating public opinion and betraying their own values. These are extreme examples, but they illustrate the potential pitfalls of unchecked ambition. A spirit associated with ambition, success, or leadership is traditionally depicted as a powerful figure, capable of granting wealth, influence, and recognition. Psychologically, this spirit represents your own drive, your desire to achieve your goals and make a mark on the world. However, it also carries a shadow side, the potential for ruthlessness, ethical compromise, and the pursuit of power for its own sake. Like a double-edged sword, ambition can cut both ways. It can drive you to achieve extraordinary feats, but it can also lead you down a path of destruction. The key lies in understanding its potential and channeling it in a constructive and ethical manner. Think of historical figures who achieved great things through ambition, but ultimately fell from grace due to their unethical behavior. Enron's executives built a massive corporation, but engaged in fraudulent accounting practices that led to its downfall. Or consider the case of Bernie Madoff, who orchestrated a Ponzi scheme that defrauded investors of billions of dollars. These examples serve as cautionary tales, highlighting the importance of ethical considerations and responsible leadership. On the other hand, consider figures who demonstrate ethical ambition. Mahatma Gandhi's ambition to liberate India from British rule was rooted in a deep sense of compassion and a commitment to nonviolence. Or Nelson Mandela's ambition to end apartheid in South Africa was driven by a desire for equality and justice. Let's set healthy personal boundaries as we channel ambition. Boundaries define where you end and another person begins, protecting your energy, time, and resources. Without healthy boundaries, you become vulnerable to manipulation, exploitation, and burnout. Before embarking on any ambitious project, take time to identify your limits. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you not willing to compromise? Where do you draw the line? Role-playing scenarios can help to practice assertive communication. Imagine yourself in a situation where someone is trying to cross your boundaries. How would you respond? What language would you use? Practice saying no firmly and respectfully without feeling the need to apologize or justify your decision. Envision yourself surrounded by a protective shield, deflecting any attempts to violate your boundaries. Feel the strength and confidence that comes from knowing your limits and asserting your needs. Remember what we have discussed regarding wisdom, discernment, and compassion. These are essential qualities for those seeking to wield power responsibly. Without them, ambition can easily spiral out of control, leading to destructive consequences. Empathy allows you to understand the needs and perspectives of others, preventing you from exploiting or harming them in your pursuit of success. Justice ensures that you treat everyone fairly and equitably, regardless of their background or status. Compassion motivates you to use your power to serve others, to alleviate suffering, and to create a better world. Consider incorporating regular meditations to cultivate empathy and compassion. Visualize yourself in the shoes of others, feeling their joys and sorrows, understanding their challenges and aspirations. Actively seek out opportunities to serve others, whether through volunteering, donating to charity, or simply offering a helping hand to someone in need. The spirit of compassion will become an invaluable ally in your journey toward responsible power. We must now encode intentions, working with magical squares, sigils, and energetic signatures. Magical squares are ancient numerical arrangements that have been used in various esoteric traditions for centuries. These squares are not merely mathematical curiosities, they encode specific numerical and energetic properties. The low shoe square, for example, is a 3x3 grid containing the numbers 1 through 9, arranged in such a way that the sum of each row, column, and diagonal is the same 15. This square is associated with the element of earth and is believed to possess grounding and stabilizing properties. Understanding how magical squares are constructed and how they function as energetic matrices can provide valuable insights into the underlying principles of manifestation. Each number within a square is associated with specific planetary energies, and the arrangement of these numbers creates a unique energetic signature. These squares become visual keys sigils that unlock specific spirit energies. Sigils are visual symbols derived from magical squares, planetary squares, or other symbolic methods. They serve as condensed representations of a spirit's name, attributes, and power. Step-by-step instructions on deriving a sigil from a spirit's name involve converting the letters of the name into numerical values, locating those numbers within a magical square, and then tracing a line connecting the numbers in sequence. The resulting design becomes the sigil, a unique visual signature that resonates with the spirit's energy. A sigil is not just a pretty picture. It is a potent tool for focusing intention and connecting with the spirit realm. These are not merely drawings, but energetic signatures with an ability to resonate with and attract corresponding energies. Think of a tuning fork. When you strike it, it vibrates at a specific frequency, causing other objects that resonate with that frequency to vibrate as well. Similarly, a sigil acts as a tuning fork, emitting a specific energetic signature that attracts the corresponding spirit or energy. The use of color correspondence can further amplify the energy of a sigil. For example, drawing a sigil in red can enhance its connection to Mars, the planet of energy and action, while drawing it in blue can enhance its connection to Jupiter, the planet of abundance and prosperity. Experiment with different colors to find what resonates most strongly with you. Let's craft and activate our own sigils. First, identify your intention. What is it that you wish to manifest? Be specific and clear in your wording. Then, convert your intention into a statement of intent, phrased in the positive and present tense. For example, instead of "I want to be wealthy," use "I am wealthy." Next, use a method such as magical squares or numerology to derive a sigil from your statement of intent. Simplify the design, reducing it to its essential elements. Finally, activate your sigil through visualization, breathwork, or other energetic techniques. Charge the sigil with your breath, visualizing it glowing with energy. Or focus your intention, imagining your desired outcome as vividly as possible and projecting that energy into the sigil. The act of creating and activating a sigil is a powerful way to encode your intentions into the fabric of reality. Now, let's extend this exploration to crafting reality via talismans, amulets, and advanced ritual techniques. While sigils are potent, talismans and amulets can be seen as charged batteries holding intentions. Amulets are primarily for protection. Talismans are created to attract specific energies or outcomes. The materials used, the symbols inscribed, and the rituals performed all contribute to their potency. Think of a talisman for wealth, crafted from gold, inscribed with symbols of abundance, and charged during the hour of Jupiter. Or an amulet for protection, made from obsidian, inscribed with sigils of banishment, and consecrated under the light of the full moon. The key is to choose materials and symbols that resonate with your intention and to imbue them with your focused energy. We can move from this idea to a discussion of advanced ritual techniques for working with spirit energies. These techniques involve creating consecrated spaces, performing complex invocations, and utilizing specialized tools. An altar, dressed accordingly, is a symbolic representation of your connection to the divine. It can serve as a focal point for your rituals, a place to offer prayers, and a repository for your tools. Consecrating the space involves cleansing it of unwanted energies, invoking protective forces, and establishing a connection to the spirit realm. This creates a sacred container, a safe and powerful environment for your magical work. consider creating an altar cloth adorned with sigils, planetary symbols, and other relevant imagery. Place candles, incense, and other symbolic items on the altar, arranging them in a way that feels balanced and harmonious. In all of this, we can't stress enough the role of intention, visualization, and focused energy in enhancing the effectiveness of ritual work. Intention is the compass that guides your energy, visualization is the map that shows you where you're going, and energy is the fuel that powers your journey. Energy exercises such as breathwork and meditation can enhance visualization clarity. Practice these exercises regularly to strengthen your focus and amplify your power. Visualize your desired outcome in vivid detail, feeling the emotions associated with its manifestation. Project that energy outward, saturating your ritual space and imbuing your tools with its potency. Craft a simple amulet for protection with readily available materials. Select a small piece of amethyst, a crystal known for its protective properties. Cleanse the crystal with salt water and visualize any negative energies being washed away. Inscribe a protective sigil onto the crystal using a fine-tip marker. Hold the crystal in your hands and visualize a shield of light surrounding you, deflecting any harm or negativity. Carry the amulet with you, knowing that you are protected by its energy. This simple exercise demonstrates how easily intention can be imbued into material. Finally, how do we make our way through potential skepticism? Integrating magic into the modern world can present challenges. Skepticism and resistance are common, particularly from those who do not understand or have misconceptions about magical practices. The best approach is to remain grounded in your own experience, to focus on the positive changes that magic has brought into your life, and to avoid engaging in arguments or debates with those who are not open to hearing your perspective. Recognize that everyone is on their own path, and that what resonates with you may not resonate with others. Respect their beliefs, even if they differ from your own. This can be made easier by finding a supportive community. Connecting with like-minded individuals can provide encouragement, guidance, and shared experiences. Online forums, local meetups, and workshops can all be valuable resources. Seek out individuals who are knowledgeable, ethical, and supportive, and who can offer you constructive feedback and guidance. Avoid those who are judgmental, dogmatic, or who promote harmful practices. A supportive community can provide a safe space to explore your own beliefs, share your experiences, and grow in your magical practice. Ultimately, reframe magic as a tool for personal growth, self-discovery, and ethical action. Shift your perspective, thinking of magic as a way to enhance your life, to contribute to a better world, and to realize your full potential. The true power comes from wisdom, compassion, and service to others. XXVII, unveiling the Akashic Records. Spirits as gatekeepers of universal knowledge, just as a supportive community can illuminate the path. Consider the vast ocean of knowledge itself, waiting to be explored. Have you ever wondered about the Akashic Records, the cosmic library containing every thought, emotion, and experience that has ever occurred? This isn't merely a metaphorical concept. Imagine a universal hard drive, storing the entire history of existence. But who are the librarians, the gatekeepers to this vast repository? Within the Solomonic tradition, certain spirits are not just forces of nature or aspects of the psyche. They are the guardians, the guides who can help us navigate the labyrinthine corridors of the Akashic Records. Think of the Akashic Records as akin to Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience and archetypal patterns. Jung posited that beneath the surface of individual consciousness lies a deeper, universal layer connecting all of humanity. Similarly, the Akashic Records represent a unified field of information, accessible to those who know how to tap into it. The spirits in Solomonic grimoires, in this context, can be seen as specialized keys, each unlocking specific chambers within this cosmic library. They are not to be commanded as slaves, but approached as wise mentors, each holding a piece of the puzzle. Consider ancient traditions where spirits were revered as keepers of wisdom. Shamans, for example, often journey to the spirit world to gain knowledge and guidance from ancestral spirits or nature deities. These spirits are seen as custodians of ancient lore, capable of revealing hidden truths about the past, present, and future. Or consider various mythological traditions that feature spirits, deities, or other entities who bestow wisdom. The Greek goddess Athena was known for her strategic counsel, while Odin, in Norse mythology, sacrificed an eye for a drink from the well of wisdom. Extending this concept to specific examples, let's consider a spirit that unlocks hidden memories. Such a spirit, often associated with memory, knowledge, or wisdom, becomes a key to accessing the Akashic records. Traditionally, this spirit might be described as an ancient sage or a celestial scribe, possessing unparalleled knowledge of history and the secrets of the universe. Psychologically, this spirit embodies our capacity for deep intuition and heightened cognitive abilities, representing the potential to access the vast storehouse of information within our own minds and the collective consciousness. This spirit can act as a guide, helping us to unlock forgotten memories, gain new insights, and understand the deeper patterns of our lives. Imagine experiencing states of flow, where you are completely absorbed in the present moment and ideas flow effortlessly. Or consider peak performance states, where you are operating at the height of your abilities and time seems to slow down. These are glimpses of the potential that lies within us, the ability to access deeper levels of consciousness and tap into the Akashic records. How then can one begin to access this information? Let's explore the idea of pathworking as a technique for directly accessing the Akashic records. This involves a combination of spirit communication, visualization, and ritual practice, allowing you to journey through the realms of consciousness and gain access to universal knowledge. Think of pathworking as a guided meditation, a shamanic journey, or a virtual reality experience for the soul. By creating a safe and sacred space, focusing your intention, and visualizing the desired path, you can enter into a heightened state of consciousness and connect with the spirits who guard the Akashic records. Consider the Golden Dawn's use of pathworking on the Tree of Life, where initiates would visualize traveling along specific pathways, encountering symbolic figures, and gaining insights into the mysteries of the universe. This highlights the effectiveness of pathworking as a tool for spiritual exploration and self-discovery. XXIX, traversing the astral planes. Pathworking and spirit communication with the stage set. Let's elaborate on how pathworking is performed, beginning with the creation of a safe and effective ritual space. This involves physical preparations, such as cleansing the area, setting up an altar, and lighting candles or incense, as well as mental and spiritual preparations, such as setting a clear intention, invoking protective forces, and entering into a meditative state. Visualization is key. Imagine yourself surrounded by a sphere of white light, deflecting any unwanted energies. Feel the presence of your spirit guides, offering their protection and assistance. Intention is paramount. Clearly define what you wish to achieve through pathworking, whether it's to gain knowledge, heal emotional wounds, or connect with your higher self. Example, imagine a pathworking exercise where you incorporate sensory details to enhance the immersive experience. Visualize the colors, sounds, and textures of the environment you are entering. Smell the scent of incense, feel the warmth of the candlelight, and hear the whispers of the spirits. Essential to all of this are spirit communication techniques. This is not about summoning entities from another dimension, but cultivating a relationship with the energies and intelligences that reside within and around us. Active listening is crucial. Pay attention to the subtle cues and messages that you receive, whether they come in the form of thoughts, feelings, images, or sounds. Develop your intuition. Trust your gut feelings and learn to discern true messages from mental projections. It's easy to fall prey to self-deception or ego inflation, so be vigilant. Question everything. Verify spirit messages by cross-referencing information from different sources and seeking feedback from trusted mentors. The goal is to develop a clear and discerning mind, capable of distinguishing between reality and illusion. The intention behind spirit communication is critical. Before embarking on pathworking or spirit communication, you must have a clear and ethical intention. This intention will shape the experiences you encounter and the knowledge you gain. Are you seeking to use this knowledge for personal gain, or are you seeking to serve the greater good? Align your intention with personal growth and service to others, and you will attract positive and transformative experiences. Think of intention as a rudder guiding your ship through the ocean of consciousness. If your rudder is aligned with ethical principles and a desire to serve others, you will navigate safely and successfully. With these foundations laid, we are ready for a guided pathworking visualization. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and relax your body. Imagine yourself standing at the entrance to a sacred space, a temple, a garden, or a forest, whatever resonates most strongly with you. Visualize a doorway opening before you, leading to a path that stretches into the distance. As you walk along this path, notice the details of your surroundings. What do you see, hear, and feel? Soon you encounter a spirit guide, a wise and benevolent being who has come to assist you on your journey. Ask the spirit guide to lead you to the Akashic records. Follow the guide to a vast library filled with countless books, scrolls, and other records. The spirit guide will point you to a specific record, one that contains the knowledge you seek. Open the record and allow the information to flow into your mind. Ask any questions you have and listen carefully for the answers. When you are ready, thank the spirit guide for their assistance and return along the path back to the entrance of the sacred space. Take a few deep breaths and open your eyes. Record your experiences in a journal, paying attention to any insights or guidance you received. This exercise initiates a connection, opening the door for further exploration. XXX, Shadows of the Akashic Records. Astral parasites and the distortion of knowledge. As compelling as these techniques are, understand that accessing the Akashic records without proper preparation and guidance can be fraught with potential dangers. The astral planes are not always benevolent. There are entities that can distort your perception and lead to harmful actions. Think of it as entering a dangerous neighborhood without a guide. You wouldn't wander aimlessly through the streets, unaware of your surroundings. You would take precautions, seeking guidance from someone who knows the area and avoiding potential hazards. Similarly, when exploring the astral planes, you need to be aware of the potential dangers and take steps to protect yourself. One such danger comes in the form of astral parasites, negative entities that feed on human energy and can influence thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. These entities can attach themselves to individuals who are vulnerable due to fear, trauma, or addiction. Imagine them as energetic vampires, draining your vitality and clouding your judgment. Astral parasites can amplify negative emotions, distort perceptions, and lead to self-destructive behaviors. They can whisper doubts in your ear, fueling anxieties and insecurities. They can tempt you with unhealthy cravings, leading you down a path of addiction. They can manipulate your thoughts, causing you to make poor decisions and sabotage your own success. But how does one identify and protect against these influences? Strengthening one's energy field is paramount. This involves practices such as meditation, yoga, and spending time in nature, all of which help to cultivate a strong and resilient aura. Cultivating positive thoughts and emotions is equally important. Focus on gratitude, joy, and love, and avoid dwelling on negativity. Protective symbols and rituals can also be helpful, such as wearing a protective amulet, visualizing a shield of light around yourself, or performing a banishing ritual. Smudging with sage, taking salt baths, and using crystals can all help to cleanse your energy field. By taking these steps, you can create a strong and impenetrable defense against astral parasites. Consider the role of spirits of protection and purification. Traditionally, such a spirit might be depicted as a fierce warrior, wielding a sword of light to banish darkness and protect the innocent. Psychologically, This spirit represents healthy boundaries and the ability to assert oneself against manipulation and control. This spirit helps us to stand our ground, to say no when necessary, and to protect our energy from those who would seek to drain it. Think of the spirit as a personal bodyguard, always vigilant and ready to defend you from harm. XXXI, guardians of the threshold. Boundaries, discernment, and ethical responsibility. This brings us to the critical importance of establishing and maintaining clear ethical boundaries when working with spirit energies. True power comes from aligning oneself with the highest good and serving the well-being of all. This isn't about imposing your will on others or manipulating the universe to get what you want. It's about understanding universal principles and working in harmony with them. The act of respecting the free will of others is paramount. Avoid any actions that could be construed as manipulation or coercion. Do not attempt to control or influence others against their will. Instead, focus on empowering them to make their own choices and live their own lives. Coupled with this, you must develop discernment, the ability to distinguish between truth and illusion, genuine messages and mental projections, and benevolent spirits and harmful entities. This is not a skill that can be learned overnight. It requires practice, patience, and a willingness to question everything. But how is this skill practically honed? Test spirit messages. Ask for verifiable information that you can confirm through other sources. Seek confirmation from trusted mentors or experienced practitioners. Pay attention to your intuition. Trust your gut feelings, but don't rely on them exclusively. Balance intuition with logic and reason. Cultivating discernment is a lifelong process. The more you practice, the better you will become at distinguishing between truth and illusion. With these thoughts in mind, let's revisit the illusion of control. The goal of Solomonic magic is not to control spirits or manipulate the Akashic records. It is to understand and align oneself with universal principles and to use this knowledge for the benefit of all. What does it mean to align oneself with divine will? It means surrendering your ego, letting go of your personal desires, and allowing yourself to be guided by a higher power. It means trusting that the universe knows what's best for you, even if it doesn't always align with your own plans. It means living a life of purpose and service, using your gifts and talents to make a positive impact on the world. True mastery comes from self-mastery. When you master your own thoughts, emotions, and desires, you become a powerful force for good in the world. To put these ideas into practice, let's consider a shielding and cleansing ritual. This ritual will protect against negative influences and clear away distorted energies. Visualize a sphere of white light surrounding you, deflecting any unwanted energies. Feel the warmth and protection of this light, creating a safe and sacred space around you. Recite a prayer or affirmation. Affirm your intention to be protected from harm and to be guided by divine wisdom. You can use a prayer from your own spiritual tradition, or you can create your own affirmation, focusing on your desire for protection and guidance. Use cleansing herbs or crystals. Burn sage, frankincense, or other cleansing herbs to purify the space. Hold a clear quartz crystal in your hands, visualizing its energy clearing away any negativity. This is a protective measure, warding off unwanted energies. XXXII, the divine spark within, co-creation and the realization of potential. From these techniques, we can begin to see Solomonic magic as not an end in itself, but a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of reality and one's own divine potential. The ultimate goal is to realize your true nature as a co-creator with the universe. Consider Solomonic magic as a tool for awakening, a catalyst for self-discovery, and a pathway to personal transformation. It's a launchpad. So, what does it truly mean to be a co-creator with the universe? It emphasizes the power of intention, visualization, and aligned action to shape one's reality. It's not about passively waiting for things to happen, but actively participating in the unfolding of your life. What does aligned action look like? Start by setting clear intentions, defining what you want to create in your life. Visualize your desired outcome in vivid detail, feeling the emotions associated with its manifestation. Take action that is aligned with your intentions, moving forward with confidence and determination. When your thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned with your intentions, you become a powerful magnet, attracting the people, resources, and opportunities you need to achieve your goals. Envision the impact of harnessing intention and energy to contribute to global healing and environmental sustainability. This is where the law of attraction and intention become amplified. The grimoire can be used to amplify one's intentions and align themselves with the desired outcomes. The knowledge of how to work with spirit energies, how to craft sigils and talismans, and how to perform rituals becomes a potent tool for manifesting your dreams. Combine the law of attraction with the grimoire's principles to create a life of abundance and fulfillment. You begin to create your reality. Consider a final spirit profile, the spirit of enlightenment, awakening, or divine union. Traditionally, this spirit might be depicted as a radiant being of light, radiating wisdom, compassion, and love. Psychologically, this spirit represents the potential to transcend limitations and realize one's true potential. Envision this spirit guiding you towards unity consciousness, dissolving the ego and revealing the truth of your divine nature. This spirit is the culmination of all your efforts. XXXII, integrating the light and shadow, a path to wholeness and purpose. However, this path to enlightenment isn't solely one of light. It involves integrating both the light and shadow aspects of oneself. Embracing your imperfections and limitations and accepting yourself fully is required. Consider Jung's exploration of the shadow. He emphasized that integrating the shadow is essential for psychological wholeness. The shadow contains all the aspects of ourselves that we have repressed, rejected, or disowned. It can manifest as negative emotions, destructive behaviors, or limiting beliefs. However, it also contains hidden potential, untapped creativity, and unrealized strengths. By acknowledging and integrating our shadow, we can access these hidden resources and become more whole and authentic beings. How then do we transmute negative energies? Negative energies, such as fear, anger, and resentment, can be transformed into positive qualities, such as courage, compassion, and forgiveness. Transform anger into a constructive force for setting boundaries and defending your values, using your anger as fuel for positive change, channeling it into actions that protect your well-being and the well-being of others. By acknowledging and transforming your shadow, you can become a more powerful and effective force for good in the world. All of this is a process, but the end goal is to live a life of purpose and service, using your unique gifts and talents to contribute to the well-being of others and the betterment of the world, aligned with your values and passions. Now the grimoire transforms into a lifelong companion. It's not just a book of spells or a guide to forbidden knowledge. It's a tool, XXXIV, the eternal quest. Wisdom, love, and the future of consciousness, this path is best walked with wisdom, compassion, and ethical responsibility. These are the guiding principles for all magical practice, ensuring a balanced and harmonious approach to co-creation. True power comes from wisdom, not control. Cultivate wisdom through study, reflection, and experience. Seek to understand the deeper principles of the universe and how they apply to your life. Practice compassion, treating others with kindness, empathy, and understanding. Avoid actions that could cause harm or suffering to others. And always act ethically, aligning your actions with your values and principles. What powers this journey is intention, gratitude, and love. Gratitude helps to maintain a positive focus, attracting more good into your life. Love connects you to others, creating meaningful relationships and a sense of belonging. Setting intentions provides clarity and direction. Now, what's next? In our next series, we will explore what all of this means for relationships. How do these tools improve relationships? Let's connect. Finally, consider this. Reality is a canvas, the mind is the brush, and love is the masterpiece. XXXV, the alchemical synthesis, transmuting knowledge into wisdom. Just as base metals are alchemically transmuted into gold, so too is knowledge transmuted into wisdom through experience and understanding. The journey we have undertaken in this video mirrors this alchemical process. The raw material, the historical and esoteric knowledge of Solomonic magic, has been refined through psychological interpretation, practical exercises, and ethical considerations, resulting in the gold of self-mastery and a deeper understanding of reality. Consider, for instance, the transmutation of darkness into light. By confronting and integrating our shadow aspects, we unlock hidden potential and become more complete, more luminous beings. Each spirit profile we explored represents a specific aspect of the human psyche, a universal principle, and a planetary influence. These are not isolated entities, but interconnected facets of a larger whole, each acting as a catalyst for transmutation. The spirit of wrath, when understood correctly, becomes assertiveness, the ability to stand up for oneself and defend one's values. The spirit of change becomes adaptability, the capacity to navigate life's inevitable transitions with grace and resilience. All of these are elements of the self. Let us re-emphasize that true control lies not in dominating external forces, but in understanding and harmonizing with internal and external energies. It is the alignment of intention and action, the embodiment of true will. The power of a magician is not the power to command others, but the power to command oneself. It is the ability to master one's own thoughts, emotions, and desires, and to direct them towards the achievement of worthy goals. Imagine intention as a compass, guiding you towards your true north, and action as the sails, propelling you forward on your journey. When these are aligned, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Ultimately, the grimoire's deepest secret is that it's a mirror, reflecting your own potential for transformation. It reveals that you are the true subject of the work, the one who holds the key to unlocking your own divine potential. The spirits are merely tools, the techniques are simply methods, but the transformation is yours and yours alone. Viewers, you are the grimoire's true subject, the alchemist in the laboratory of your own life, capable of transmuting knowledge into wisdom and realizing your full potential. See the potential within reach, the power to shape your destiny and create a life filled with purpose, meaning, and joy. XXXVI, the unfolding cosmos. Microcosm, macrocosm, and beyond revisit the Hermetic principle of as above, so below, the profound truth that understanding the microcosm, the self, allows one to understand the macrocosm, the universe, and vice versa. Each individual contains the universe within, a microcosm reflecting the vast expanse of the cosmos. By delving into the depths of your own being, you unlock access to the infinite wisdom and knowledge of the universe. Imagine your own consciousness as a gateway, a portal to the stars, a lens through which you can perceive the secrets of creation. Working with the spirits and accessing the Akashic records allows one to tap into a universal consciousness or collective unconscious, expanding one's awareness beyond the limitations of the individual self. Dissolving self-imposed barriers, the knowledge becomes universally available. This is not merely a theoretical concept. Think of times when you have experienced a sense of interconnectedness with all things, a feeling of being part of something larger than yourself. These are glimpses of the universal consciousness, the unified field of awareness that connects all of existence. Imagine a vast ocean of consciousness where each individual is a wave, a unique expression of the same underlying reality. Recognize that external changes in your life are often reflections of internal shifts, solidifying the connection between the inner and outer worlds. Manifesting the law of attraction, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create your reality, shaping your experiences and attracting the people, resources, and opportunities you need to achieve your goals. If you believe that you are worthy of love, abundance, and success, you will attract those things into your life. However, let us acknowledge that there are aspects of reality that may always remain beyond our comprehension, mysteries that elude our grasp. Yet, the journey of exploration is itself transformative, the eternal quest for understanding more important than possessing it all. Embrace the unknown, knowing that the pursuit of knowledge and self-discovery is a lifelong adventure. Imagine life as an endless spiral, constantly evolving, expanding, and deepening. XXXVII, empowerment and ethical responsibility. The path of the magician, it is paramount to reiterate that the knowledge and techniques presented in this video are tools of power, and with power comes great responsibility. Avoiding manipulation and self-service is critical to remaining ethical. The ability to influence oneself and others, to shape reality through intention and action, comes with a profound obligation to use that power wisely and ethically. Think of this power as a double-edged sword, capable of creating great good or causing great harm. Therefore, we emphasize the importance of using this power ethically, with compassion, and with a commitment to serving the greater good. Making a positive impact on the world, each action, each thought, each intention should be aligned with the highest good of all, contributing to the well-being of others and the betterment of the world. Imagine a world where everyone uses their power to create positive change, a world of peace, justice, and abundance for all. Understand that the Grimoire is a guide, but the journey requires courage, dedication, and self-reflection. Highlighting the importance of continued study and practice, each step forward demands a commitment to growth and transformation. The Grimoire can be used as an aid, not a crutch. Know, finally, that your personal transformation will positively impact the collective consciousness and contribute to a better world for all. As positive energy ripples outwards, a single act of kindness can inspire countless others, creating a chain reaction of love, compassion, and generosity. Envision a world where everyone takes responsibility for their thoughts, feelings, and actions, and where collective consciousness is elevated to a new level of awareness. XXXVII. The journey continues. Seeds of future exploration know that this video is just the beginning of a lifelong journey, a stepping stone on the path to self-mastery and a deeper understanding of reality. Emphasizing the potential for continued growth, it's a chance to experiment with the practices and principles, trusting your intuition and inner guidance, allowing your inner wisdom to be your compass. Each step forward is a chance to gain new insights and expand your horizons. Continuing exploration with resources and like-minded people, consider the potential for collaboration, community, and shared learning. Seek out others who are on a similar path and support each other on your journeys. For the future, we will be teasing new topics with deeper dives and expert guests. New videos on specific spirits and advanced techniques can provide additional insight into a world of esoteric traditions, each offering new challenges. Let us conclude with this final thought. A world we can imagine, we can create. A world built on wisdom, compassion, and love. A world where each individual is empowered to realize their full potential and contribute their unique gifts to the world.